Rachael Ray is a beloved icon to millions of cooking fans across the country, but some of her own family members aren't fans because they blame her for a terrible death. When it comes to Martha Stewart and Rachael Ray, it seems like there's only room for one cook in the kitchen. The two television personalities were pitted against each other in the late 2000s by tabloid reports speculating that they were at odds with each other. At the time, Ray had secured a spot on syndicated daytime television and was competing against Stewart's cooking show, which premiered in 2005. According to a report from TMZ in 2006, 4 employees of Martha Stewart's attempted to snag a spot in the audience for Ray's Rachael Ray show, but were turned away after being recognized by security. A source denied those claims, however, telling Page 6, "The spies were kicked out because they lied about their names. Otherwise, they would have been welcome to stop by." Still, the beef seemingly didn't end there. A few months later, Stewart had musical guest Barry Manilow on her talk show for a live broadcast. At the same exact time, Ray's camp ran a pre-taped episode of Manilow performing on her show. A representative for Ray chalked it up to ratings, telling TMZ, "Barry was a fantastic guest, and we wanted to lead our sweeps with the best show we had in the can, and that was Barry Manilow." Nonetheless, Stewart clearly didn't think the timing was a coincidence, telling her audience, "I've never actually met Rachael Ray. I think she's very fun, lively, young woman. She has Barry on her show today. Now that's kinda weird." Rachael Ray's appearances on The Oprah Winfrey Show in the mid-2000s got the ball rolling on Ray's first talk show in 2006. While one would think that leg up would mean the ladies would be on good terms, some reports have speculated the women haven't always been fast friends. Sources claim to TMZ that in 2005, while Ray was having dinner with friends in Los Angeles, she allegedly made some racist remarks about Winfrey. Insiders told the publication that Ray was referring to a portrait from the film Beloved that resided in Winfrey's production office. In it, Winfrey's back is scarred, and she's wearing a skirt from the slavery era. Ray allegedly said, "Why is she wearing slave drag? She obviously has problems being black." Ray's team denied the accusations, though, and claimed that there's no bad blood between the stars. Her then director of publicity, Charlie DeGello, said, "Neither in public nor in private has Rachael made a disparaging or cruel remark about her friend and mentor Oprah." Winfrey's bestie Gayle King also shut down the rumor train when she appeared on Ray's talk show in 2008. King said to Ray, "I read something that you two were fighting. I know that's not true." Ray revealed that all was well with Winfrey at the time, and that she had sent a birthday snack on Winfrey's special day and received a note in return. Years later, Winfrey and Ray shed a light onto their supportive friendship during the final episode of The Rachael Ray Show. Among several celebrity tributes, Winfrey appeared on the program to bid her friends closed chapter farewell, saying in her video message, "I knew from the moment that we met back in 2005 on The Oprah Show that you were the real deal."
Even then, I knew it. She was the real deal.
Rachael Ray may be serving up generous portions when it comes to food, but can the same be said for her generosity outside the kitchen? The celebrity chef has been criticized for not being the best tipper and even encouraging her viewers to embrace poor tipping habits. One former foodie blog, List of the Day, cited her as a lousy table guest, with the server claiming she tipped $1 on a $10 tab. Ray's previous show, $40 a Day, was also criticized by the blog for encouraging its viewers to tip less than 20% on their meal tabs. Ray's $40 a Day was meant to show people how they can eat 3 meals a day for under $40 while traveling to different places around the country. According to some viewers, however, it was only possible to get under the $40 limit by leaving inappropriately small tips. One shocked viewer on the Disboards forum wrote in disgust, "I was watching $40 a Day, and I can't believe how low she tips. I know she is on a budget and her lunch only cost $9, but she only left a $1.35 tip. I can't believe anyone would leave under $2. I hope she or her crew gives the server more when they leave that isn't part of her $40 budget." Ray may have made a fortune on her cookbook sales, but does she deserve all the credit? A 2012 New York Times report named her as one of the many celebrities who have rocketed to the New York Times bestseller list with the alleged help of a ghostwriter. Wes Martin, a chef who claimed to have written recipes for Ray, revealed that ghostwriters are essential to keep the content churning. He told the New York Times, "The team behind the face is invaluable. How many times can one person invent a new quick pasta dish?" He was also quick to distinguish his own cooking preferences from Ray's, saying, "I know who I am as a chef, and I know who Rachael is, and those are two totally separate parts of my brain." Gwyneth Paltrow, who was also accused of using ghostwriters in the Times piece, appeared on Ray's show to discuss the allegations. While the two ladies did admit to collaborating with others on their cookbooks, they refuted the idea that they were not the authors of their own work. Paltrow said, "This is how I spend the little time at home I have with my family. I spend in front of these little notebooks, in front of the computer. It sort of takes away from all of that to not be able to call that writing. Of course that's writing." She then downplayed the role of the other people who helped her with her book, saying, It doesn't mean you don't value the people who write the glossary, or that help organize the pantry, or that work on a project, but a writer is still a writer.
This is my book, and I wrote my book, and it's all mine.
Ray's life has been marked with a major tragedy, one that has since left a huge divide in her family. Sadly, Ray's elderly aunt tragically froze to death in a terrible accident in upstate New York in 2013, and her surviving relatives blamed Ray and her immediate family for the debacle. Geraldine Scuderi, who was 77 at the time, was house-sitting for Ray's mother Elsa in late November when she unintentionally locked herself out of the residence. Camera footage of the incident reportedly showed the elderly woman attempting to break in by busting a window to no avail. Unable to get help, Scuderi eventually collapsed and died from a heart attack in the cold. Ray's cousin, Gina Mesnick, told the National Enquirer that she blamed both Elsa and Ray, saying, "My mother is dead today because the Ray family neglected her. I want the world to know the truth about them and just how they treat their own family." The family drama got even deeper when Ray and her husband, John Cusimano, decided to skip out on Geraldine's funeral service. Mesnick said, "I doubt that Rachel shed a single tear over my mom's death." A spokesperson for Ray claimed she missed the service because she was filming the season finale of Rachael Ray. He told the publication, "Rachel and her family were shocked and deeply saddened by the tragic and untimely passing of her aunt in late November." Ray's brother Emmanuel also stood up for the cook, telling Radar Online, "It's sad that Rachel's getting dragged into this when she really has nothing to do with it. She's been very good to them, and I'm sorry they've decided to degrade it for this." Ray first got into the business of selling dog food in 2008 with the launch of her brand Nutrish, which focused on meat-first recipes without any artificial flavors or preservatives. But over the years, she's run into more than her fair share of problems. In 2018, a New York customer sued Ray's company, claiming in documents that the potentially harmful ingredient, glyphosate, was included in Nutrish's dog food. The chemical is often found in weed killers, like Roundup, raising the plaintiff's concerns about Nutrish's advertised natural ingredients.
The lawsuit also claims the company is intentionally misleading shoppers.
Independent tests were done on the dog chow and found glyphosate in Nutrish's food, but the lawsuit was ultimately dismissed. Nutrish was previously manufactured by Ainsworth Pet Nutrition, but was later bought by the J.M. Smucker Company. The latter faced a huge recall in 2018 after a euthanasia drug was found in many of its dog food products. A representative for Ray stood behind the brand amid their legal troubles, however, telling People magazine, "Rachel herself has always championed the great lengths Ainsworth Pet Nutrition and now the J.M. Smucker Company take to create and provide the highest quality and safest pet food products on the market." Rachael Ray made headlines during the COVID-19 pandemic after reports surfaced of her employees demanding their paychecks. According to Variety, over 20 of her employees were let go in October 2020 without a heads up and without their promised pay. This change took place after producers decided that Ray would continue to film episodes of The Rachael Ray Show from her residence in upstate New York to combat the mounting spread of the virus that was taking place at the time.
I can't tell you how many masks that we have received from you, and we've used many.
Although the workers were told the show would be returning to the studio before the end of the season, the decision was made to continue filming at Ray's home instead, and those workers were not paid, even though their contract required them to be. The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees took on the case, representing 18 union members in negotiations for a settlement. Hours after Variety published the story, Ray took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share her side, claiming, "It has been my utmost priority that we keep the full contribution to their healthcare plan during this pandemic. While everyone is continuing to be paid through October, we will continue to work this out." Still, employees weren't thrilled with the response. An anonymous employee told BuzzFeed News, "It's hard when you work for a show for 14 years and they say, 'We're going to take care of you and we're all family. We're going to pay you guys for September and October. So you expect the show is going to come back to the studio or they're going to keep paying you because of our contracts. But now we're left with nothing." The case later went to arbitration, but it's unclear what the final settlement was. Ray has caught a lot of flack for what some viewers view as a whitewashing of several different cultural cuisines. In 2017, the TV star posted a food platter on X that included grape leaves, tabbouleh, hummus, and more, dubbing it Israeli Night. It sparked a firestorm online, with many users claiming that these were Arabic foods, criticizing Ray for mislabeling them. Ray did get some support, however, from viewers who mentioned the fact that these types of dishes are cooked throughout the Middle East, including Israel. Ray stumbled into more problems in 2022 when she shared her recipe for Mexican pozole, a traditional rich stew-like soup served on holidays and filled with pork, red chiles, and hominy corn. Ray's version, on the other hand, used beans as the main protein rather than pork and included Fritos and chili powder, among other off-the-mark ingredients. Needless to say, not all Mexicans were thrilled, with one calling it taco soup. BuzzFeed even asked Mexican women to watch Ray cook the pozole, leading to confusion and disbelief at the star's recipe. One woman said, "I never put beans in pozole. This isn't pozole."